Well, it was March 29th, 2015, and it was a fantastic day out on the hill. It was sunny, it was clear, the snow conditions were great. And as about mid-morning, coming down the run, and my binding released. And when that happened, I was skiing close to the side of the run and went off the run and unfortunately hit a rock. And upon hitting the rock, I had severe lacerations to my scalp and a great deal of bleeding.
I thought he was up talking to somebody on the hill, so I got back on the chairlift to go and do another run and looked over and found him in quite a bit of blood, unresponsive from at least yelling from the chairlift. And I assumed he was dead from what I found.
When I arrived on the scene anyway, our first in was already there, the person that had made the call. There was a second person that was already there. She had gotten a ride up by the snowmobile, so she was stabilizing Matt's head and C-spine. And of course there was a lot of blood, and the first thing that she, of course, right at the head was seeing was the one fracture to his head, because he was lying face down up out of a ditch. So his head was somewhat on the run, but the rest of the body down, and it was about a 6-foot deep ditch. So what we ended up doing was sliding the backboard under his stomach, which is totally weird, pulling him out, and then doing a roll onto the back mat. So there was 9 of us involved with that in order to stabilize Matt.
After having taken inventory of what had occurred and what the severity of my injuries, it started off that I had broken my neck. They were referring to, I believe, a fracture at first. And as the surgeon would come back in, he said, you broke your neck. And I said, no, I know that. And he goes, no, you've broken it. Your C was C4.
3, 4, 5.
Then it was 5. And then he came back, he goes, and another spot. And they kept finding more fractures. In such a severe situation, it would amaze me that they knew. I think anyone that came across the scene would be like, we need to get this person off the hill immediately. Instead, they spent an hour and a half ensuring they were making the right decisions to get me off the hill, which ultimately either, quite likely saved me from paralysis, and I have no doubt that it saved my life.